This poem is called Motivations. It's about a vet in a wheelchair. In the room where life turns into books, he singles out the word motive. Now that nothing moves but his head, this noun thumbs his neck where nerves are fused. Circular pressure each evening that asks, where did you hope to end up, if not here? His eyes stall over text where the sooty young of Hiermann's gulls are distinguished from their ashen cousins, the ring-billed gulls. Look, he's back in that army recruiting office on 2 legs. Look, his right hand signs his name, contracted to the service of his country, a wink past boyhood. Push-ups, the rope course, wrestling a machine gun tripod on his back, rewarded with the ballet of 9-ball played off base. Some nights, a girl's blue jean buttocks against his belt buckle, sway and grind. Motive enough for the next step, up the gangway of a cargo jet, to apply his gift for raking fire at a map coordinate 20 hours east in the night, where a friendly regime required rapid deployment to contain a desert insurgency. Insurgent. One more word that plummets down his unfeeling spine. Tomorrow the nurse will roll the skin-wrapped freight of his body off its pressure sores. Sponge bath, leg work, joint massage, toward the moment she pours him, clothed, into the mobile chair for his walk. Her breasts, bound in white, infuse him with a surge that stiffens only his tongue. When will you open your booby hatch, he jokes, and she answers, when the dead rise, baby, and zips his pants. Some nights he could outline with 50 caliber tracers a clay rooftop where insurgents set up mortars, silhouette them against Baghdad's clay skyline for artillery to zero in, reduce roof and hostiles to martyr rubble. He let his long barrel relax toward a sky shot through with the phosphorus of stars, immovable, migratory, wide eyes studying this firefight where he'd connected what was and what might have been and interdicted it. He had not yet seen how the same stars examined the faces of the dead and the living. He was hale, young, half deafened by love of his weapon's mobile power. On outings in his chair, he studies the motions of postmen, postcards home here, junk mail there, bills everywhere, and the squads of small birds, chickadees anting twig and limb, while nuthatches stutter, nyek, nyek, comic relief, and downy woodpeckers machine gun the trunk to stun pale grubs to light. A logical choreography, pleasing the dart of his eye, leaf shiver, grass ripple, traceries over the stillness radiating wherever his immobility is parked. The woman hired to wheel him outdoors respects his wish to watch birds, mailmen, kids on swings, without comment, alone. With a wave, she strolls off with cell phone and smokes until the flocks have flown and swing chains are slack and whatever can be delivered has been delivered. He doesn't tell her he lives for her return. The sole upright thing moving toward him, a long-skirted sway, as though propelled by a reason beyond wages. Her motives are his to imagine, and he never wants to know more, because no woman will touch her tongue to his now for nothing, or undress to glory his eyes for less than $90. When she wheels him home on the root-crazed sidewalk, the world is a zigzag waltz, and the boy in him calls out, "Faster! Hit the bumps, faster!" to make her laugh and risk spilling him. If he did, she'd have to struggle up close with his cargo weight, and that might look like love. Her hair in his face, arms locked around his back in a power lift he remembers not from her or the nurse who handles him day-night, but from the instant his vehicle tripped piano wire that triggered the bomb that launched him from the rooftop gun hatch in a slow-mo somersault beyond the fireball toward that tablet of stone Moses broke in half at the sight of such dancing. "Do not kill," the stone read, but he had, and lay broken from the neck down. Back in the room of motionless books, he's parked amidst the consolations of dead philosophers, field guides of birds drawn from still lifes, atlases and dictionaries designed to answer nothing or everything. Alone with a darkening interior screen that projects a father in a mortared bazaar crying "Allah Akbar" over the bloodied rag of a boy, and the magnesium sprint of his tracers catching a group of lead-footed gunmen in an alley. He says, "I signed my hand to it, and it was done." He says, "Fuck me. I'm a star going nowhere, and everywhere is black." A web page on the rivers of the West lies open on his eye-level stand. With a stylus between his teeth, he clicks plasma to a topographic view of the last one undammed. If he had an ounce of reserve power, he'd strap himself to a backboard and launch headfirst into it, and the eddy would spin him like a compass needle before settling steadily southwest. Ospreys overhead, kingfishers, fresh cold dousing his eyes, baptism after baptism, until whitewater cadences go beyond Alleluia or goodbye and reduce all he was to the speed of summer snowmelt, shouldering glacial boulders and hemlock snags toward the Pacific. He does not need books to picture the knots binding him, wrist and ankle, to the fluent board. Does not need a woman's tongue to recite how the river, flooding each inch of his body, will keep it pointed downstream toward the ocean. They all mistook for earthly peace.